What's going on, y'all, man? Today we catch up with Georgia Tech commit from the edge linebacker. He can do a little bit of everything, man. Braden Gordon, we're going to chop it up with him, talk about everything that's going on with Montgomery Academy, his career, his story, and much, much more coming right up. All right, y'all, what's going on, man? Appreciate y'all tuning into the live, man. We got a special guest in the building. Appreciate him coming on. I know he's a busy guy, but decided to come on and obviously give us a little bit of time, man. Braden Gordon. So let's go ahead and welcome him on to the building.
Everybody,
Braden, what's going on?
what's up, my guy?
Not much, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. How's everything?
Good. How about you?
Doing good, man. No complaints, brother. No
Yeah.
complaints. What you get into today, man?
We had practice at 8. We had workout, speed practice, and then I've been chilling. I got workouts with my trainer tomorrow. So,
Okay, what you gonna work on tomorrow?
uh, getting off the ball, explosiveness, strength training, all that. All that, bro.
100%. Okay. So, Brandon, I want to ask you, man. I broke down your film a little bit earlier this week. Very impressed with everything that you could do. We'll talk about that more here in a second. But where did your love for the football come from? Where did everything kind of start? Give us a little bit of backstory of why you decided to play this game. Was it pops? Was it a moment you seen as a kid? Did you have it since you was little in the crib? Give us when you started playing football.
So I started playing when I was 4. I started playing tackle right away. At that age, I ain't like it though, cause I just I wasn't a big fan then. I like watching it, but I just wasn't that good then, so I ain't like playing it then. But I'm a basketball fan. My dad played college basketball. My brother played college basketball. So I've been a basketball family. But I always played football. My mom always said you're not gonna just sit in my house. So you got to play sport. So I had to play football, basketball year round. And I started getting the love for the game around, I'd say probably 10th grade year. Because freshman year I couldn't play varsity because I had transferred. So 10th grade was my first year actually getting a chance to play real competition varsity, and that's probably when I found my love for the game, and I really started like liking and buying into it.
Wow. So for you, talk about 10th grade year, that's obviously a while. And then you come from a basketball family. So and I know you still hoop now a little bit, but what made you decide, hey, football is better for me than maybe basketball? I'd rather pursue this than the other sport, which the whole family knows.
I started. Of course, I started gaining more interest, but even at first, when I was getting offers, I still like basketball more. But just as I kept going and going, I started liking football more, and then I started loving the stuff outside of football, like working out and other stuff like that. And I started doing more. I'm like, I like this, and I think this is what I'm gonna do for my future. And it gives me a better opportunity to do
100%.
more in life.
Gotcha, brother. So talk about that. So what would you tell your 10th grade self? You kind of just starting, and then obviously getting the feel for it even more. What would you tell yourself then? All the things that you learned up to this day now of how to be successful in this game.
I would say stay the course and just work hard, because at the end of the day, if you work hard, you're gonna get what you want. It might not come right away, but at the end of the day, it'll find its way to you. Because you just gotta trust God, because he got a plan for all of us. And so that's why I say I just keep working and just stay the course, because I mean at the end of the day, 10th grader, you don't got a lot of time, but you got some time. So just stay the course, have fun. That's the biggest thing. You gotta have fun with it. If you don't have fun with it, ain't nothing gonna really happen for you. But yeah, I would just say stay the course, keep working hard, and you'll get everything you want out of that.
For sure. I want to take you back. Give me the moment when you was playing the sport of football. You was like, yo, I'm really like that. Like I'm special. What is that moment for you? Is that a game? Is that a big hit? Is that a forced fumble? Like, give me that moment. You was like, yeah, I'm really like that.
I probably say it was my 10th grade year. It was our rivalry game. So it was a rivalry game. It was uh it was tied going into the game. It was we had a Hail Mary, I scored a touchdown, and we won the game off that. And that had me hyped. I'm like, oh, that had me like, oh, yeah, I'm really like that at this. And then I'd say the big moment was probably when I got the Auburn offer and then I got the Alabama offer. I'm like, okay, I can do this.
Gosh. Now, when you got both of those offers, Braden, was that back to back? Or like let's say Auburn offer you 1 week and then Alabama, or was it like kind of like in the summer? Like when did that happen?
So it was after the season, my sophomore year, January 6th, I got the call that night. Auburn had offered me. And then I like a few days later, Alabama offered me, and those were my second and third offers. My first offer before that was North Alabama. So like they were doing my sophomore season, and so I got those two, my second, third offers. I'm like, oh wow. So like yeah, I can do something. I ain't bad.
100%. Okay. So let's talk about progression a little bit. What you're known for, Braden, is your versatility. I seen in the highlight tape, you're playing Mike, you're playing Will, you're blitzing, you're doing everything. Can you talk about that component of your game a little bit and how you just been able to be so versatile?
That a lot of that comes from my basketball skill set because just having the footwork and just understanding of the game, just being able to do multiple things, my versatility, being able to move so well. I mean, my coach like, why not? Why just keep you in one box? Let's move you around and show that versatility. So that's where that comes from. And I don't like just being stuck in one. I want to be with the action at, and so that's where I like being. I like being with the action at.
Okay. Why you like the action?
I mean, what's not to like about it? To be honest, what's not to like about it? That's where everything happened at.
That's true. That's true. Some people run from the action though.
Nah, we
That's
want
true.
all the action.
I love that. Okay, so let me ask you this. So talking about the next level, you talked about you like to be where the action is, you want to be everywhere. Do you have a purpose of where you line up? Let's say it's that linebacker. Let's say like, do you have a preference? Or you're like, nah, coach, put me wherever.
So what I've been talking about with them, they've been talking to me at outside linebacker. So I be off the edge, dropping on the coverage, more like that. But
Okay.
be honest with you, whatever they gonna use me both, they gonna use me blitzing off the second level. So they gonna use me both way, and for me, it really don't matter. You know, people try to ask me, it's like it's whatever I got to do to play. I'm gonna do that.
Period. Can you talk a little bit about your coverage skills? I think that's an underrated part of your game people don't talk about a lot, but you can cover really well. Can you talk about that part of your game?
That's really started developing. I started working with 7-on-7 coaches, and then my coach, the guy I train with, he started really working on that just to get better at that. Because college level, you got to go out running backs, out the backfield. You got to go out quick slot receivers. So you got to be able to cover. That's football nowadays. They want to put us in space. So you got to be able to play in it.
And then you talked about your footwork. I know you work with 7-on-7 coaches and your trainer. If you can, what advice would you give maybe other backers? As you say, you got to be able to do it at the next level. So, what's the best way, I guess you could say, to prepare yourself for that? And how?
I would say, of course, you got ladder drills. One of the good way is ladder drills and really going through the fire. And you got to guard good receivers. You got to guard good football player. That's the best way to get better. To me, you got to just get thrown in the fire, and that's how you grow and learn. Because you're not gonna be able to do the same thing with everybody. So just work on yourself and just don't get down on yourself. Because at the end of the day, everybody got to get better at something.
For sure. All right. Now, I want to take you back to 2025. I want you to talk about the season a little bit. And we're going to talk about a couple moments. Okay. So, you're one of the rare breeds because you play two sports and then you play both ways. Like you had over, I think, 600-700 yards rushing. You had the same thing basically in receiving. Can you talk about that component of the game and just same thing? Like offensively, you can line up anywhere too and impact the game.
That's just our coach say athlete's gonna be an athlete, so he wanted the ball in the hands of athletes, and I'm not the only one on my team, but he just likes to use me around because I play receiver, but I'm not a receiver body type, and then I can run the ball too. I got good vision, so he like we gonna move you around. We just gonna do what we can do best to get the ball in your hands, but also limiting my plays sometimes to keep me healthy and keep me from myself because I want to be in the game at all times, so sometimes they got to take me out a little bit to give me some rest, but yeah, just find a way to get the ball in my hand in different ways.
How do you approach that? Like you personally, because like you said, you want to be on the field. You already talked about, hey, I want to be in that action. How do you be like, all right, coach, let me just take a couple plays, or how do you be like, okay, nah, Brady, we got to take a second because this is about my longevity of my career too. How do you approach that mentally?
Uh, I just trust my coaches. We built that trust up as these years went on. Cause my first, I went through the trial. His first year coaching, was my first year at a new school, and I couldn't even play varsity, so it was just different for both of us. And so
Wow.
just learning to trust and build with each other, and I trust him, so he gonna do what I trust that he will do what's best for me. So I let him handle that. And so however he plan to do it, that's how you do it.
There it is. And then great last season for me. What do you think went well for you, and what do you feel like didn't?
I give myself a B plus to an A. I played good, but like you can always do better. I say what I need to do better. Shedding blocks. We using my hands more. Uh, I'm gaining weight already, so I ain't tripping on that. Cause I know y'all said I was 190. That I know the website said I was 190. I'm not 190.
At 190.
Not 190.
So they got it wrong then. Rob
Yeah,
was
they
in.
got that wrong. They got that wrong. I'm between 216 and 218 right now. So
Ooh,
I'm getting
Lord.
so
Wait, hold on. Say that one more time so the audience can hear you. Hey, he's not 190. Say it one more time.
I'm between 216 and 218 right now. Between them. And then the goal before the season is 220 plus. So I'm well on the way to that. I went from 205 the basketball season to where I am right now. So y'all ain't gotta worry about that. Y'all ain't gotta worry about that. But
That means Brady been listening.
yeah. I'm just it's I know all the athletes we see the stuff people say, so I just had to make sure. Yeah, I'm not 190.
I got you, brother, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go back to a moment this past season. Okay, a game I think you balled out. Now, if you think you played a better game at some point in the season, you let me know. But I feel like this was the
Okay.
best game I've seen you play. Alabama Christian Academy, 13 tackles, 3.5 or 3 tackles for a loss. Walk me through that game. Do you feel like that was one of the best games you played? If it wasn't, tell me when that was.
I feel like that was the best game I played defensively. I do feel like that was the best game. I feel like I was all over the ball. I felt like, and that's more of what I'm trying to replicate this year, because that's why my coach plays me at backer a lot more. Right now, even though I'll be playing outside linebacker, he plays me more in the inside and 30s because so teams can't run away, so I can be more versatile like that. But yeah, that was my best game. It wasn't my best game offensively. I feel like my best game offensively was probably I had 3 touchdowns in the games, right? Four.
Yeah, I think you got 3.
That was probably my best game. I feel like what could have been my best game was the game we lost to Bayside in the playoffs, uh,
Okay.
third round. I
Okay. Walk,
was
walk me through that one.
so we was up 14-0. I had a sack already. I had already I hit the quarterback for some throw interception. I had already scored a rushing touchdown, and then our starting running back got hurt. So now I'm in the game. I'm at running back full time now, and then I got hurt right before halftime. I had got turf toe and I could no longer put power on my dominant leg, right foot. So I played through it, but like you know how it is.
I
So and
do.
then our starting middle linebacker, got hurt. That was on the side opposite of me, and so it was just a ripple effect. And then when our starting lineman got hurt, and it was like, and we was up 14-0, and then they beat us. But that could have been my best game because before I got hurt, I was killing that running back. And I feel like I was going. That would have been I would have willed my team to that game if I would have never got hurt. I feel like we would have won that game.
Wow. What was the final score?
It ended up being like 14 to like 24.
Oh, so it's still close. Wow. So it just ripple effect through. So walk me through this part I want to hit on that you just talked about. Walk me through your mental fortitude because you could have easily, I got turf toe. You go NFL, most people ain't even talk. They not playing with no damn turf toe. So you decided to still gut it out. So walk me through your mental fortitude of when you're hurt to continue to try to put it on the line for your team.
Yeah, that's all I really know because I know, like when I was younger, it ain't no sitting out because you gonna play through it. Like you grow up playing outside, that's what you just gonna do. So like that was really my thing. And then it was the playoff. It was win or go home, and I wasn't trying to lose. And so I was just gonna get it out, try to do my best. And then I got our seniors. This their last game. Most of them probably gonna ever play football. So
Mm,
like just
mm.
for them, and we had a lot of guys just want to gut it out. And I tried to, I wasn't my best, but that's how it works. That's just how sports is. You're not gonna be your best all the time.
Facts. How do you feel like that game is preparing you and your teammates, the ones that are returning for this upcoming year, knowing, hey, we're good. We know we can do this thing, but we want to take that next elevation, that next step in our senior year.
That's a big part of us. That's why this year we trying to build more depth with the younger guys, because we gonna do what we're supposed to do, but at the end of the day, you gotta have some young guys coming and contribute to take some rest off us, because it's a very demanding sport
Yeah.
physically and mentally. So like you just can't control what type of injuries happen. So you just got to be prepared, and that's why we're trying to build depth with our young guys, and just trying to make sure we got more depth. So if that situation ever happens again, we'll be ready. But we want that team back. We really do want them back.
And when they get back, I
Yeah.
got you. Walk me through real quick. You probably don't get asked all the time, but who's some other dogs on Montgomery Academy we need to watch for, kind of moving forward this year, including yourself, obviously, some young guys, some guys on both sides of the ball. Who we need to watch out for from Montgomery Academy?
I would say you need to watch out for Jared Friendly, 227 tight end. He got 6 offers right now. I think his best offer is Jackson State. That's my guy. Our running back, Ali Nelson. He's a 2028, about 5'8", 5'9", 180 now. He's a good player. And then our quarterback, Reed McBride, 2028, about 6'2", 6'3", like 180, 170. He's a very good quarterback. So those are 3 other guys besides me that I feel like really have a good shot. And then we have a cornerback who's Caleb Miles. You'll see him out there. This is his first year back out there. I think he'll be really good. So those guys.
All right. What's y'all biggest game on the schedule this year? If you can't quantify the biggest game, give me like a top 2, top 3. Like, yo, Nas, these the best games we're gonna play this year for the regular season.
The 3 best games is gonna be Montgomery Catholic, second game of the season. Jag, their 6A school. And then we play St. Anne Pacelli from Georgia.
Okay. St. Anne
I don't know
Pacelli.
if you know them.
I do. Yeah, I heard of them before. They
They
usually
come to
a pretty decent team.
Yeah, they come to us. We played them last week of the season right before the playoffs. So those 3 will be good games. I don't know which team we best, but those 3 will be good games.
There y'all have it, man. Best 3 games this year. All right, I want to take you back to another point you talked about. How about you want to work on your block shedding? So I want to get your approach on this. I'm gonna throw you out a scenario. All right. Let's say you playing backer inside. They need you to go make the stop. You got 2 guys that are big coming at you, right? They're gonna double team you now. Yo, we gotta go block Braden. How do you approach that as a player, as an athlete? Like, I'm finna get this double team, but I need to make sure I maintain my leverage so this don't turn into a big play or a touchdown. Your team is relying on you. You like pretty much the last line of defense.
You just gotta go. How I'm looking at it, you gotta go take them on head on. But you gotta be smart with it, because you just go in there head down, face down. 2 guys coming at you. Say you knock one down, the other one's still there. So you gotta be smart with it, keep it in, and just go head up and just fight. You gotta fight. That's the biggest thing. You just gotta fight. And hopefully my teammates can come in there and help me finish them off. But I just gotta fight to make sure he don't get to the end zone. That's what I gotta do.
What you say in that scenario? You talk about just being able to fight and being in the fight. Is it better to split that, or is it better just to kind of like maintain in the fight? And like you said, hopefully my teammates will come and they'll clean it up for me.
If the end zone right there,
Yes, sir.
you can't go around, because if you go around, you're just gonna pick the other side. You just gonna have to go through the middle, or you're gonna have to pick the weaker defender, the smaller guy rather, in that scenario, and try to take on him, and then try to get to the back and just try to hold on and don't let him get to the end zone. That would probably be, yeah. You can't go around. You go around. That's easy. He just picked the other side, touchdown.
There it is. Tell me about. Let's talk. So we talk block shedding. Tell me about play recognition a little bit. I want to get your thoughts on that. Wow, how do you view that? I think that was another part of your game that stood out to me, and I brought down your film was you could read and see a play like that, right? So I know you in the film room studying. So tell me about play recognition a little bit in film study.
That goes on with our keys. Our head coach is a DC guy, so he work on our defense. So we got our keys, guard keys, and then you got to watch film to know, like, certain players have tells how you know where the ball is going, formation based. This is a lot of stuff I'm gonna work on before I get there, because Coach Seymour, his defense, he teaches players football and let his players make the calls. So I know that's something I'm gonna have to work on, just my football knowledge, just watching more film and getting prepared for stuff like that.
Violent hands, another thing that part of your game I like as well. Tell me about the violent hands and being able to kind of chop down, sift through, and make that play.
You gotta attack them before they attack you. You gotta bring commotion, but not too much, because at the end of the day, you are a defender, so you not trying to stick on to him. You trying to move him. You trying to get him out your way, not stick on him like you blocking him. So just violent hands, swiping, no, don't try to take them on because in college you block because that's a 6'6", 280, 300 pound guy. So swiping and dipping and stuff like that, that's the best option. So I'm trying to work on it now, even though it's sometimes hard because I can run through the guy.
Right.
So it's just being more technical and thinking using my hands more.
And pretty much just being like you just said, having good habits and making sure you don't lean on those like you said bad tendencies. Because when you go to the next level, it's going to be different.
Yeah.
Got you. All right, come more before I let you go, man. I want to ask you this season. What are your goals? Right. What's your goal individually, and what's your goals as a team this upcoming year for yourself?
Individually, uh, I want 80 plus tackles. I want some forced fumbles, 10 sacks again. I had double digit sacks that year, so I want 10 sacks, 10 plus sacks again. And then I want that Alabama Mississippi game. Best players in the state playing that game. I want that. And then as an individual, I mean as a team, state championship. That's we've been working building. My first year I played, we got second round. This year we got third. Now the next step we got to get the state win that team.
There it is. Walk me through for those that don't know the significance, real quick, of that Alabama Mississippi game. I always hear Bama players I've talked to individually when I visit down there in Bama and Hoover and different areas down there in Birmingham. They always say that Alabama Mississippi game. Why is that special, and why is that so important to you guys?
That's important to me because like that's a game where the best players get to play in, and you get to go represent your state against another state and just show why we better. And I feel like I'm one of the best players in the state. I feel like I'm the best, and that's I want to be in that game and show that because that's how you really show it. Because some people may feel like, oh, he's not playing 6A or 5A, so like I'm really that, so I want to go show that.
And basically, classification don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Facts. Last thing on high school. Well, actually, this is more of a generalized question, but what what players do you? Well, I'll ask you two sided. What's been the toughest player you ever went up against in your career? And then from that, who do you like to emulate and watch, whether in college or in the NFL?
The best player I ever went up against is Duke Smith, receiver at Auburn. They beat us my sophomore year in the playoff second round. They came to our field. They beat us. It was like 40. They beat like 30 something, 40 something. Duke Smith. They had him and his brother at Auburn right now, and they got a young receiver who in my grade who just got an offer from Bama, and he got an offer from Auburn. So we had to see that receiving core was crazy. Uh, so yeah, Duke Smith who at Auburn right now. He gonna have a big year this year too, I think.
Duke Smith and Auburn. Okay. And then what players you like to watch?
So I like to watch, of course, T.J. Watt, Miles Garrett. I like to watch Fred Warner, and then if I had a player, old Von Miller, cause
Ooh.
similar size, and just I feel like I can do. He's not as the biggest. He's not the tallest or like. So yeah, I feel like stuff I can emulate from his game.
You play like him too. I don't know if everybody ever told you that, but you play
Nah,
just like
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna start watching his stuff more, seeing what he do just to, win his matchups 1-on-1s.
It's a good one, man. I like that. All right, man. So as we end off, I want to ask you about Georgia Tech. So you took the OV. I know fans are gonna be mad if I don't ask you these questions, so I gotta ask. Walk me through walk me through the OV, brother. What was it about the OV that like kind of sealed the deal for you, helped you ultimately choose Georgia Tech?
So that was my third time there, and every time I went there, it felt like a great place. Coach Pope, that's my guy. He's been on me. He got on me late. He got on me in like February, but ever since February, he been on me hard. And then the OV, it just felt like home in that place. All the coaches, all the staff, they showed it. They showed me whether I was a big priority, which they had already been telling me, but they showed it even more every time I went there. And then my recruiter, my player that I was out with that week, he showed me what it was really like to be a Georgia Tech student athlete, and I liked it. And I could see myself being there. He showed me the city. He showed me everything, and then just the environment, and then the recruits I was there with. Because as you know, it's been a big week. It had been like I think 8 of us that committed, and
Yes.
we was all of our recruits, those players there. We was all in like a room together, and I felt like those guys were gonna go there, and I felt like this is like a brotherhood that I could build on, and I would love to be a part of. And so
Wow.
when I had my meeting on Saturday with Coach Pope, I told him I committed. Then I had my meeting right after that with Coach Key, and I told him I committed. And it was just great.
Yes, sir. What was that like? Take me through a recruiter perspective. What was that like being with all those recruits? Like, was it a special feeling you felt? Was y'all all like, yeah, we gonna just go here? Like, what was that like being in that room with everybody?
You kind of felt like we all liked it, and you could tell we all liked it. And so it was like I mean, like every person that committed this week was at that player's house. So it was like all of us committed, and we were just having a good time bonding. We didn't even really talk about Georgia Tech too much. We were just having regular conversations, playing the game, and next thing you know, we all just committed, and you could just feel like we felt like we could build some here, and that they are building a good program because I think they're gonna be in the playoffs this year. Me personally, so that was right there last year. They should have been in it. So I just felt like I can do everything we need to do here, and I feel like we all felt like that.
What so I was talking about you feel like they could be in the playoffs. So what do you feel like? Do you guys feel like you guys could be the missing piece? Because they've been getting better every year, 7-6, 7-6, 9-4. Do you feel like this recruiting class can be kind of that missing piece to be like, okay, Georgia Tech's known, but now we really on the map. Like people want to come to Georgia Tech all the time.
I feel like we can be that, and I feel like we're gonna add more guys that feel like that and that really want to be a part of it. So yes, I do feel like that.
And then walk me just one more time through kind of just the scheme fit. I know you said outside backer, but you'll line up, you'll blitz, and you'll also drop in coverage. But tell me about the scheme fit and why you feel comfortable with Kyle Pope, or Coach Kyle Pope being your coach.
He showed a very good plan for me. Like he showed his plan for me. He showed my weaknesses. He showed me my strength. And he showed me how he can help me get better. And he just showed me that he's going to develop me as a football player, but not only as a football player, as a man in general. And that's what the part my parents really like. They knew if I'm with him, no matter if I become a great football player, good football player, or just a regular football player, he will develop me as a man. I will be a better man walking out of there when I come home in 4 years, for 4 to 5 years, or 3 years, whatever. And
Yes.
Coach Key really showed that too. They really trust Coach Key, and they felt like, all right, I trust this man with my son. And so that once your parents feel like that, as long as I'm ready, I was cool.
Definitely. What are you most excited to prove when you eventually get there next year? And what is something that you want to study if you have an idea? You might not have your major right now, but what is something that interests you right now that you might want to study?
What I'm looking to prove when I get there is that I'm here to take not this is gonna come out the wrong way. I'm here to take somebody's spot, kind of. Not like
I got you.
you know
I
what I'm.
I
I
know.
ain't I ain't just there to just be another guy. I want to be one of the guys the coach know he can rely on. Like, all right, this is my guy. If I need a play, I can get him in. It don't matter. I'll be 17 when I get there. I don't care. I'm just there, prove what I can do, and just show that like I belong here, and we gonna make something happen.
Period. And then give um give a message. Oh no, yeah, we forgot.
Major, yeah.
Yeah, major. Like, or what interests you right now?
Sports science, sports business. Those one of those.
Well, no, sports science, sports business. I like that. And then as I let you go, man, give a message to Yellow Jacket Nation, man. Why should they be excited about you? What are you gonna bring to the table?
Yellow Jacket fans, y'all be excited like me because y'all don't get a competitor. Y'all don't get a guy that's gonna really represent what it's like to be a Yellow Jacket and a tech man on the football field, off the football field, and y'all can get somebody that's just gonna compete and really show y'all like I'm gonna show y'all that like we are here. Like with us, I plan to be in the playoffs all 4 years. I don't plan to never not. I plan to always uphold the standard, and I want to compete for ACC championships and national championships, and that's what it's gonna be.
That's what it's gonna be. There it is. So I'm gonna let you go, Braden. Anybody else you want to shout out before you go? Any closing comments before I let you ride?
I want to shout out my mom and my dad, and I want to thank God for putting me in the situation He's put me in.
There
And
it
I
is.
want to thank you for asking me to come on the show.
Oh, of course, man. Welcome anytime, brother. I appreciate you coming on, man.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Braden. All right, man. My guy, Braden Gordon, coming on the show. We appreciate him tapping in with us, man. Cool kid. And y'all heard what he said. He's not here to mess around. That's two people. for Jacket Nation that be following me that said they're not playing around when they get there. They looking to make an impact. That's the difference in a recruiter for Georgia Tech now. They're getting guys that have the mentality, and mentality is everything. Mentality is everything. So, yeah, y'all sleep on Tech if you want to. They only come up. They on the rise. They on the rise. All right, y'all. Y'all know what to do, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And always remember,